Hey everybody, Jewel Mayberry back with another super cool astrology video. And I have my assistant today. This is Pistolo. He's really nice. He's not nutty or psycho at all. He doesn't tell himself a lot of stories or go crazy for no reason. He makes a lot of sense in life. So he's going to help us out today because he's really nice. Yeah. Everybody loves him. So we're talking about Moon in the 5th house today. And 5th house is, you know, a lot of our hobbies, a lot of our fun, gambling, fun and games, romance. I classify pets in the 6th and the 5th as well, like this friendly little fella. So sweet. So 5th house is, you know, creativity, children, you know, risk, anything having to do with fun or games, things like that, and procreation when it has to do with children. Not like, you know, 8th house, you know, fun house, procreation, but, you know, procreation for a reason. So when we have the moon, which is our mind, our feelings, represents, you know, the ups and downs in our life, what we, you know, our habitual patterns, a lot of our past conditioning, the mother, our nurturing, all that good stuff, has a lot to do with our, you know, our thinking and, you know, our unconscious habits. So when that's coming into the 5th house of creativity, we see somebody who's emotionally creative. They are very... They are very much about... I'm just going to, like, move him over this way. He's such a nice guy. They are very much... It's okay. It's okay. We need the dog whisperer all up in here. So they are very emotionally creative and about, you know, emotionally excitable, kind of like this guy. They love their hobbies. They're very much about, you know, getting out there in the world and experiencing things emotionally. So they tend to be, you know, there's a lot of emotional exaggeration when we have this going on. And they're, you know, they can be very over the top when it comes to their feelings and how, you know, when these people tell stories, I mean, it's really entertaining. And they are very much about bringing fun and bringing pleasure into their emotional life. So they can be very emotionally attached to their children. There is usually a strong need to have children, and they are good with them. They can be permissive. They tend to not be the most structured parents or the most, you know, into discipline, but they love their children and having fun with their children and having their children experience all kinds of different experiences. They have a very ENFP way about their relating to their children. Really bringing a lot of different types of experience into their children's life is very important to them, and letting their children be themselves. And living through their children can be something that they do. We see, you know, stage moms frequently with this position, helicopter parents that are very much about making sure that their children, you know, have the life experience that they really want for them. So sometimes they need to step back a little bit with this placement. Furthering their children's hobbies is a really big thing, and furthering their own creativity is big. We see a lot of people in very creative careers. Sorry, just trying to love ya. In very creative careers, you know, actors, playwrights, people that, you know, are into the performing arts, poets, writers. They love to have the moon in the 5th house because, you know, doing those types of creative things, you know, provides that emotional outlet for them. They also are very animated teachers when we have moon in the 5th house. And they have a strong need to be appreciated when we have this going on. When you're in a relationship with somebody with their moon in the 5th house, it's very important to communicate words of appreciation, to, you know, verbalize, you know, what the impact of what they do for you, and to give them applause. They want, oh, sorry, I was just going to give some applause here. Some applause. Oh, that's bad. So they want to make sure that they are appreciated in the world, and that's a lot of why they're emotionally sorry, I didn't mean to bump you there. Why they are emotionally driven to show up, you know, in a way that is, you know, creative, animated, seen. They want to be seen. So, you know, anything to do with furthering their expression, you know, or their hobbies, or, you know, emotional risk-taking is something that also we can see with this placement. Sometimes they need to step back and, you know, take a closer look about, you know, what kind of risks that they are getting into. We can see, you know, kind of some habitual gambling patterns. Doing risky behaviors, or, you know, engaging in risky behaviors that provide, you know, that emotional stimulation that they're looking for, because they're very much into emotional excitement with this placement. The parent was usually, the mother was usually creative. She could even have been loud and a bit, you know, bombastic, or, you know, attention-getting with this placement, and maybe unusual, but very expressive, typically. So really, at the heart of moon in the 5th house, they really need to develop some emotional focus. Their feelings tend to run very hot, and they need to see where they may need to tone it down, and bring their, because they're kind of scattered emotionally when we have the moon in this placement. They really need to bring that to a place where they can funnel their emotional energy into one purpose or another, because they can be very all over the place when it comes to their interests. So this is my analysis of birth moon in the 5th house, and this little guy is so happy that he got to meet you today, because like, it just really paid off for him emotionally. Look, he's doing so well. So you can find me on the internet at truthandaspectastrology.com, and on Facebook at Truth and Aspect Astrology. Yes, I do private consultation. Pistol does help if you want. He's awesome. Lends so much to the session. I mean, this guy, the wisdom contained in him is incredible. So shoot me an email. We'll set that up, private consultations, and find my partner, Seth Roback, here on YouTube. He has a whole list of all kinds of super cool synastry and all types of other videos. And I'll be back soon with another super cool video. Bye-bye.